Hello champions, we are gonna have a look at a brand new character. It is Shelton Benjamin. He is the free character for the February 3rd year anniversary event. So he is a powerhouse. If we check his card, trainer bonus at 9k is purple gem do 20% more damage and black gem do 20% more damage as well. He has links with Benjamin and Gable, which is move that generate green gems will create 3 more green gems, and a raw and modern era bonus. Only one set of gear. Now the first move set we're gonna have a look at is pretty straightforward. On paper, definitely looks like it's gonna be the best one. We'll see in practice if it is. So it is the Pay Dirt, a 10 MP red move. Finisher deals 31k damage and choose 6 yellow gems to destroy. The Springboard Bulldog, 8 MP red move. Deals 17.7k damage and make 3 random yellows into blast gem. And the Diving Clothesline, 8 MP yellow move. Deal 18.2k damage and make 5 random gems into red gems. Now the trainers. There's actually quite a bit of options in there. The one we're gonna do is a cam to have basically 4 more move points to begin with, along with 1 more red gem from the Diving Clothesline. We're gonna have Big John Stud to generate 4 more reds. We're gonna have Ray to have 25% more blast damage, blast gem damage, and 1 extra blast gem, and Rikishi to recover that yellow more easily. Now, you could use, instead of a cam, you could use Sting. Now, instead of Ray, you could use or instead of Ray or Rikishi, you could also use X-Pac to help with the red. I was talking with Compy earlier, and he proposed instead of Big John Stud, we could use Batista, which I'll show you what he does. I didn't see it myself because my Batista is not maxed. He's pretty low right now, so I can't really show it to you. But Batista at 9k. Trainer bonus is red move deal 50% more damage, so that's more damage for both of those moves, and red move start with 1 more move point. So having him as a trainer on top of already having well, actually, you wouldn't need to use a cam either. You would probably be better off using Sting instead of a cam, and you'd be still getting an extra red because Batista would give you 1. So yeah, that would definitely be a great option there, especially like if a cam is tied up to someone else, use Sting and Batista. But obviously, that's if your Batista is 9k. If it's not, probably better off with Big John Stud. All right, let's have a look in practice. We're going to see against Seth Rollins as usual. Right, so we're going to make a yellow match here. Also, worth mentioning, for the month of February, Benjamin has a buff that he creates 2 extra blast gems. So I'm making 6 instead of the normal 4 I would. Go. Now we're going to choose 6 to destroy. We're picking them all. Reload our red without an issue. Right. I'm gonna create 6 more. And bring that. and it should be over. This is definitely very effective and worked really well. The downside of this would be it is kind of board dependent, as in if you have issues getting those reds or those yellows, you can get screwed, but that's true for almost every spec really. So I mean, you could get screwed, like if you're creating those blast gems, since they're tied to yellow gems. If there's not enough yellows, you could be creating not that many, but and that's probably not a very common occurrence. So this is definitely much better than what I expected from a free character. So pretty good first spec. Now let's have a look at something else.
And I'm going to remind the WWE Universe why Shelton Benjamin is still the gold standard.
All right, different spec that is very similar though. It is still the Pay Dirt 10 MP red move. Finisher, deal 31k damage into 6 yellow gems to destroy. The Springboard Bulldog 8 MP red move, deal 17.7k damage and make 3 random yellows into blast gem. And the Northern Light Suplex, which is 8 MP green move, deal 18.9k damage and make 5 random blue gems into red gems. Trainers for that: George Steele, or could be again Sting. Big John Studd, again could instead be Batista. Ray, to help getting one more blast and those blasts doing more. And this time Triple H to help replenish the green. Now, the downside to this spec compared to the first one is that, well, first you're working with green and red instead of yellow and red, while those blast gem will blow the shit out of the board and probably give you a bunch of green in the process. You would be guaranteed the yellow with the previous set, which would help make sure almost that that yellow is going to be good to go. Also, instead of being full-on random gems converted, in this case, it is specifically blue that are converted in reds. So that limits the placement and also the availability of those to be converted. So definitely much more board reliant for this. So I don't expect this to be anywhere near as good as the first one was, except maybe for a few exceptions. So it's probably going to be good, but not as reliable as the first one was. So let's see it in action against set again. I guess the only reason you might want to use this would be if you're like using him for a feud or something and both Akam and Sting are tied up to someone else, then you might want to use George for this. So we don't have the green, so that's not a great start. Alright, now we do, so we were just slowed by 1 turn there, which is going to be enough for set to hit us though. That should leave a mark. Well, less than I expected it would. Alright, we're out. This is gonna convert blues into red, and we do have a lot of blues on the board. And taking blues out of Seth Rollins is actually a good thing in this case. Fortunately, that ended our turn. Alright, now we're going to put our blasts. And we're going to break 6, and unfortunately, they're pretty close to the edge, so that limits our damage output, because that's a lot of gems we don't have to break. Should get out of that. He did. Right. One, two, three, four, five, six. Right, so this is a good example because it definitely worked really well. We haven't even lost half our HP, but it does show that this kind of spec is a little more board dependent in the fact that it took me an extra turn to get going. Set on the other end got his going without a problem. We also didn't do much damage on the actual move itself because a lot of the blast gem were all around the edge, so that took out like a third of the blast that would have been there. So that's one thing that happens with a lot of the blast gem guys, or pretty much any character spec that involve destroying areas and stuff like that. So it can get screwed a little by the board and everything, but usually it's gonna end up working fine. You're just gonna lose more HP. So this worked. Didn't like it as well as the first one for all the reasons I said earlier. Let's see if we can figure something else. Alright, this next one is a bit of a stretch. I'd say it probably works for doing tours and stuff like that, but I would definitely not recommend this for anything competitive. Obviously, we'll see it in action, but on paper, it seems pretty iffy. So it is a Northern Light Suplex, 8 MP green move, deal 18.9k damage and make 5 random blues into red gems. The 450 splash, 8 MP green move, deal 17.7k damage and make 3 random blue gems into blast gem. And the T-Bone Suplex, 8 MP yellow move, deal 18.2k damage and make 5 random gems into green gems. Trainers on that, Akam and Rezer, along with Ray and Rikishi. Now, what works? That yellow move is actually going to get you the green that you're going to need. That's why we're using Akam. It wouldn't work if we would be using Steel instead of Akam, because there's actually none of the green move that help to regen that yellow, apart from those blasts, if you can get them to blow up. My main issue with that, again, is that yellow is going to feed the green for sure, but that green, first you're going to have issues blasting those. Like, there's very high possibility that those blasts are going to land on gems that you can break. There's not much chance that you're going to be able to link them, and you got nothing to select them to break. So recycling is going to be an issue for sure. Also, that Northern Light Suplex, it's going to convert blues into red, which you have nothing to do with the red. So, yeah, I really don't like this one on paper. We'll see in practice if it's a fluke, if it works. We'll see. Yellow right here. Let's make some green. Early pin. He's got both blue moves. Right, let's put out the blast gems. And convert into reds. Get those. Pretty close so far. I would be betting on set though. Trying to keep the greens there. Alright, let's make more green. Fortunately, we didn't get another match. And he's going to get to use another blue. Right. This is never gonna end. There we got the win. Alright, so it can work, but I can already tell you it shall barely ever work. Because I've been recording this match for about 30 minutes. It's like the 6th or 7th time I attempted. I failed every single time. I got my ass handed to me every single time. Almost did this time as well. It does not work. I'm sure there could be like 1 in 20 that the board might be playing with you. Hate this spec. The first 2 worked. First one, really damn good. So definitely go with the first spec or the second if you can. Not this one. I just wanted to show because it's a different move and it kind of looked okay on paper. It's not. Stick with the first or the second. So overall, very decent guy for a free guy. I mean, I expected much less than what we got, so pretty decent guy. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. If you're not already a sub, make sure to do so to be kept aware when I post new stuff. If you have any questions, ask them, and if you like the video, leave a like and share. See you guys. Gia.